Nice news.
Irish tailgate.
Did he give you an exact number for 138 OC? He just told me over halfway.
I thought you were gonna.
Over halfway?
Or almost halfway.
Oh. I don't think. See, because the thing is, the problem is you're gonna get New Cosmo in by the time this is over.
Yeah, it'll probably be New Cosmo.
Because
Wait, when's he leaving?
dude, he's already.
He just told me a couple months.
There we go.
He told me the first game a couple months.
He's already in like fucking Europe and shit, like chilling.
Who?
Carlos.
He'll
Oh.
be back though.
This is the Riot Squadcast, a supporter-driven show dedicated to LA Galaxy news, information, and opinions. Here's your hosts, Ed Rodriguez and Chris Zero Cool Tucker.
Welcome to the Riot Squadcast. My name is Ed Rodriguez, and we have a damn full room today.
Full house.
Full house, baby. But sitting across from me, the beautiful, the bold, the brave, Chris.
Batman?
Yeah, Chris Zero Cool Tucker. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well, sir. Glad to be here. Made it out of my house. Not staring. Well, I'm staring at a laptop, but
Yeah.
there's no math equations.
There's not nearly enough numbers with
All I do is homework.
arithmetic.
All I do is homework. But I'm well, sir. How are you?
Doing well, man. Yeah, I had a little issue yesterday with work. Kind of tweaked my back, so took the day off today.
Humping.
So good to be out of the house as well. Not humping.
Ed threw his back out. Making love.
Oh yeah. See, you're the one with the deep voice. You need to
Oh,
Barry
yeah,
White that
girl.
shit.
How you doing, baby? Well, I prefer the part of a Boys to Men song where they would just break it down and the guys start talking to you. It's like, you're like running all over my mind. And, I miss you and I think about you and I care about you. Like, that's the
and
the
usually
level I
the
wanna
music videos like them in the rain, right?
hit. Yeah, and the guy's got a cane. Oh, fucking unmute your
I got it muted. I muted it, baby. I muted
So
it.
unprofessional.
Yeah.
I know. Sorry.
My volume was at 40%.
And if you don't recognize that voice, what is your problem? That is the man, the myth, the legend, Capo Supremo Andrew Alessana. How's it going, buddy?
What's going on, everybody? How's it going? I'm doing all right.
Oh, nice. Bring in the energy, just like Chris. I love it.
Everybody's up high.
Very excited to be here. You couldn't
Love it.
tell.
How's it going, man? I mean, how you been, dude?
I can't complain.
Yeah?
Doing all right.
Doing
yeah.
all right?
Living.
Living it up, dude?
Yep. Watching
Just-
the Galaxy.
You should be on a high today.
What?
Your boy's Liverpool, man.
Oh.
I haven't watched it yet. What happened?
I didn't watch it either, and I was
No?
off, and
What?
I didn't even know. My roommate's like, "Oh yeah, Liverpool won."
Damn,
And
is
I
it?
was like, "Fuck, is it Wednesday?" Fuck yeah, okay, cool.
Because
They
I'm
beat Bayern Munich. I knew where they were. I
I'm-
knew what game.
I'm
they were
never
playing,
home to
but-
watch any Champions Leagues or anything like that because I'm always working.
Yeah.
And first time in ever that I was able to watch it, I'm like, damn, you're not watching this?
I legit thought it was Tuesday. I swear, I thought today was all day was Tuesday until 5 p.m.
That must be the life right there,
Wow.
where it's like, oh, I thought it was Tuesday, but it's actually Wednesday.
That's not a good thing.
Sometimes, man.
One day closer to Friday.
Yeah, dude. When you gained a day, you traveled in in time.
Like a Time
I
Lord.
don't know if that's a good
Samoan Timelord.
I'd rather go back in time. Gonna go back in time.
Or what's the movie with the little people, Time Bandits?
Time Bandits?
Which is
I've never
supposed to
heard
make,
of this.
they're supposed to be making a new Netflix show, I think.
I've never
You
heard
never heard of Time
Never heard of
Bandits?
Time
Time
Bandits?
Bandits? No.
Wow.
Does it seem like it would be up my alley?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
definitely
look
something
into
you
this.
want
He's
to,
about to write it down. Right
Yeah,
now.
I'm writing
He
it
really
down.
is.
Time Bandit.
And then also the studio, as always, Producer Ben. Producer Ben, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I mean, outside of the crappy ass weekend I had, where every sports team I follow pretty much lost. Sorry, yeah.
So you're the reason why.
pretty
Who
much.
else do you follow? Who else do you support? I know the Oilers and they're they're
United.
terrible.
They
Actually,
lost
the
against
Oilers are on a little bit of
Arsenal.
the hot streak. They were my saving grace over the weekend. But United lost to Arsenal.
But we all know a
Terrible
Canadian
heartbreak.
team's not going to win Stanley Cup, so who cares, right?
They really tell that to the Leafs, man. Leafs are looking good.
I will tell that to the Leafs. They're not going to win the Stanley Cup because they're Canadian.
I don't know very much about hockey, but I know that the Toronto
The Leafs are good.
The Leafs are not very good.
Oh, they have Austin Matthews.
Actually,
they have
have
like, the
Austin
new-
Matthews
yeah,
and Tavares,
they
man.
have
They're
the
actually
new
really good
Gretzky.
this year.
It's
So-
but they're still.
Well, it's not that they're not
But
very
fuck
good.
Toronto,
It's just that I
too.
know that they're not going to win.
They're not going to win. They're Canadian.
Yeah, I would actually rather see any other team in the league win it besides Toronto. So
I think the last time a Canadian team won, Gilbert wasn't even born yet, right?
No, there's no way.
And that's your segue into me.
Yeah.
How are we doing,
Oh,
everybody?
well done.
I mean,
Oh,
I
we
was,
forgot about
yeah, I was trying to
Gilbert.
get to
Entire-
We forgot about
Forgot he
Gilbert.
was there.
It's a tiny ass room. We forgot about Gilbert.
Mr. Gilbert, the
It's not
man,
behind you.
the myth, the legend. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Good to see you guys. Thank you for all for coming in. It's a crowded room. I have 2 jackets on. I might take one off because it's getting a little warm in here.
I got a quick question for Ben. Ben, do you like rep Canada, like for Olympics and stuff like that?
it depends. I mean, you forget I served in the U.S.
What do you mean it
military,
depends?
so I do.
Well, I know that's why I was curious because I know
Yeah.
you were. Yeah.
So a lot of times I rep Canada.
Are you one of those people that like root for Canada in the Winter Olympics and then forget they exist in the Summer Olympics?
Dude,
When
when is the
basketball
when
starts,
is the,
he's
I
like,
say
I'm
when is the last
American.
time Canada sent somebody to the Summer Olympics?
It's a big country, man. Come on. You
Still,
shit, you're gonna
I
shit on
know.
your own country like that?
Come on,
There's parts where it doesn't snow, right?
no.
Like the border of like Montana or something.
Now there's like parts that are like just permanent ice, but there's no place where it doesn't snow.
Fucking Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
Doesn't like 90% of the or 95% of the population live on the border or within a certain?
Pretty close, yeah.
I've heard that before.
So what is
Weird-
what
weird
is the rest of
random
Canada
knowledge.
good for then?
Moose.
Mooses and gooses.
Donuts.
Maple syrup.
Maple
Oh, I've
syrup.
heard
White
Tim
girls.
Hortons isn't that good to begin
What?
with.
Nah,
Nah, that's not true.
that's
Tim
not
Hortons
true
is
at all, man.
amazing.
Mm.
That person is incorrect.
I'll take a
Where's Canada?
Korean
minute?
ladies, donut shop over any Tim Hortons any day.
Yeah.
Nah, it's the Vietnamese. That,
Is the Vietnam-
they have
oh, like
they
the
have
sandwich
donuts.
slash
Yeah.
donut shops.
The Canadians won gold in the 2016 Summer Olympics for trampoline.
Wait.
I didn't even know it was a fucking sport. I swear to God. 2016 Summer Olympics.
Oh, that's okay. I know.
I would
Rose and
definitely
egg,
rep Canada
McLean.
trampoline.
McLennan, she won for trampoline.
Is it like a?
Are these like the
like a-
Paralympics or something?
No, I don't.
They can't be
think
the
so.
normal ones.
I think trampoline's like what it's like that floor routine, but it's on a
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
like-
giant
you know what I'm saying?
trampoline,
Like-
yeah.
No,
they
actually,
do a dance
makes way more-
thing, they jump. they do
actually,
crazy
I
shit.
think it's actually like trampoline. It's not like a floor routine where they're dancing around. I think literally it's just like them doing moves on a trampoline.
So that's what I
That's
thought.
it. And getting like
But I
big
smoked
giant
before
air
we
and
started,
shit.
so like
yeah.
that made sense to me. That it's just like 22-year-olds bouncing up on trampolines and doing flips. That's a sport I want to judge.
It's good to know that trampoline was in the Olympics last
Right?
time, but baseball and softball was.
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
Well,
That's-
softball
yeah.
was right. I don't remember,
I don't
but
think so. I
baseball
don't
is
think it
not
was.
in it. I don't think it was either. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Yeah, don't come to us for information.
Yeah. at
Not
least
about
it's the show.
baseball. I don't feel responsible for having to know like baseball Olympic facts.
Oh, people are so like mad over the new rules that are going to be implemented into baseball, like the time.
Oh, they're trying to limit time. I mean, any change to baseball is going to be way different than any other sport.
Because there's like a hardcore purist for
Yes,
baseball.
Yes. There's still people that hate the DH. I mean, I don't like the DH, but there's still people that don't consider American League baseball because it has the DH and pitchers don't have to hit.
That's a weird stance.
Yeah, I'm still upset that that they added a new rule within the last 2 years where you can just walk someone by telling them I'm walking you without having to throw the 4 balls. That's
Right.
But
That's
that
the
fucking
signal.
baseball
It's
takes
the
forever.
signal.
Like,
Yeah.
why
Well,
not
that's
do
what
something to
that's what
speed
they're
it
trying
up?
to do.
Wasn't
That's
it?
exactly what they're trying
Wasn't
to
it the playoffs where the Dodgers went like 7+ hours?
Yeah, there was a 15-inning game. It wasn't 7 hours, but it was a long
16
time.
inning.
I remember.
16-inning game, yeah, it was crazy.
It was like coming home and it was like midnight and the game was still on. I'm like, what is going on?
That's fucking ridiculous.
yeah.
And my aunt, who's like a huge Dodger fan, she lives in Virginia, and she stayed up the whole time to watch that game. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
She was like up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. It's like 3:30 in the morning in Virginia, and she's just like, I gotta finish the game.
Just go to sleep. Go to sleep and Google it. Like, how is it going to change your life? Just go to bed. You'll be fine. You'll figure it out in the morning.
Because whether you watch or not, it's not
going
going
to
to
change.
affect.
It's not going to change shit.
Yeah.
Just go to
Yeah,
bed.
but you have to see what
Yeah.
happens. You have to know. It's about being in the moment live with all these other people online talking about it.
And then you
I'm just
like
kidding.
then you turn your computer off and go to bed. Like, just go to fuck. It's that's insane to me. I couldn't do that. I don't know. I can do it for the Galaxy. That would make sense.
Well, I mean, and you didn't stay up when like the World Cup was in Korea and Japan, and
Yeah.
wake up at like 2 in the
or
morning.
even when the Galaxy played
some Australian
like,
team,
the Oceania 11 or something like
Yeah.
that, Pan
or
Pacific
what was
or
it?
something like
They
that.
played the Philippines national team.
And then
and
the
that
game
game
was
was, like,
2
3 in the
o'clock in the
morning.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
Yeah,
or 3 in
that
the
was
morning.
Yeah, we definitely watched that.
Stayed up for
I'm
that.
pretty sure we watched that at my house.
Yeah.
I think there was a game where we were playing against some Australian team, And we watched it at the V Room
Yeah.
in Long Beach.
There's a lot of. Someone brought up on Twitter, like, we have all these stories that I never think about until someone else brings up. Like, someone got the Beckham fight. Someone got that wrong on Twitter this week, or I think just the other day. And I went into the story of what happened, and as soon as someone heard it, they were like, "Why don't you guys tell stories like this on the show?"
That shit was, what,
Story time.
10 years ago
10
now?
years ago, yeah. 10 years ago, July.
That's insane.
And he met his wife that day. Like, it's fucked. Andrew introduced him to his wife.
Their first child was supposed to be named Andrew.
They should have named that boy Andrew or David, like one of those two, since they got brought together. Because they got brought together, over the incident.
Hey, Natalie, make out with Josh. I remember saying that a lot.
You're like Cupid, finding these two
A very
young
hairy
lovers.
Cupid.
Yeah. A hairy, sweaty, angry Cupid.
I'm
Drunken.
not hairy all over the place, all right?
Oh.
I actually don't have a lot of body hair. It's kind of weird. But, yeah.
It's a lot to share.
Well, I mean, hairy's got a certain...
Dirty, new, exciting.
It's got a certain connotation to it.
It's gonna keep Andrew smoking until he just lets all the secrets out.
What was it? Taxi Cab Confessions.
Yes. Well, lets us know where the bodies are hidden.
All right, Ben, do you want to hit that jingle, sir?
I smoked way too much.
This is real news.
Nope, fucked it up, Gilbert.
It's not real news. This is just Lars news about stuff and things we want to talk about. Lars news. This is Lars news.
All right, so since we have the Capo Supremo in studio, let's hand it off to him and let's get some of that sweet Lars news.
So, not a ton of stuff, but, a good amount of stuff here. St. Patty's Day, for the game coming up, we're going to have a St. Patty's Day tailgate. It starts at 4:30. We will have whiskey from Tullamore Dew. So there will be, actually, it's really good.
I will be there solo, so hopefully someone can drive me over.
I saw you
and
claim a
lift.
ticket. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Weird super side story. Brett at the stash one time bought a whole bunch of Tullamore Dew. I think he got it for cheap or whatever. And he had that as well as the well whiskey for a while.
Oh my god!
You could just get like $4 or $5 whiskey and cokes or whatever, whiskey and gingers.
Nice little
and
till.
it's a nice little whiskey. Anyways, we're almost halfway to the nut punch. So that means we're getting close to 150.
I like that we're getting a little blowback from that though. By the way, where people are like, I'm not, I don't want to get Ed hurt. I don't want to see Ed hurt.
I saw someone saying
those people are they're not our friends.
They're my best friend.
I want to see those people. If they're willing to take your place, then I'm in. We can remove you from it right now. They let Cosmo, shatter those baby makers. We move right on. I want to see how much they actually, how much they genuinely give a shit about your setup.
Well, I mean, if I was in this situation, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I like Ed, but
I feel like those people have never met you in real life. If they met you, if they met you for an hour, it'd be like,
all right, cool.
Let them get punched in the nuts one time. It's one time. I mean,
you'd want to see it.
It's not like I've never been punched in the balls before. I am a male from, America.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? Has this not been a thing when you guys were teenagers?
He's done. He's fucking done. His mic, Gilbert, you will not be allowed to talk on the show, period. Fuck.
He's just yelling at Gilbert in the back quietly.
I think just Ben likes Gilbert being here because he's not the brunt of all the
Yeah,
I know, right?
He's like, give Gilbert a minute. He'll figure it out.
Anyways, moving on. So if you haven't signed up already, get your 138 SC membership. Go to LARiotSquad.org. You'll see a Uncle Sam with a gas mask. It says join us. Click there. You can get your 138 SC membership. We will shortly have the challenge coin bottle opener to see. We'll have a design to show you
like
guys.
a proof.
Yeah. So get ready for that. That'll be I'd say in the next coming weeks.
And that's going to all the 138 SC members.
Yeah. So there will be a point at which we have to stop. It'll be around June.
Okay.
We'll have to. Well, you can sign up at any time during the year, but you'll stop at some point not being able to get the bottle opener because we'll have to order them to make them.
But you'll give us that day whenever you.
Yeah, it'll be in June. We'll likely have the bottle opener challenge coin available after the 4th of July game.
Okay.
But that's just tentative right now, so TBD. Just be aware of that. Also, I'd like to say thank you for all your donations to the Carson Animal Shelter. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram, and I think we posted on Facebook. We posted pictures of people dropping it off.
I saw that.
Carson Animal Shelter says thank you. We will have more drives throughout the year. We're going to really try to focus on the philanthropy side of 138 SC this year again. And also, last but not least, I want to thank everybody, not just people listening here, but everybody, for coming out to our 17 watch parties. 17. We have
it's
17
insane, dude.
watch
That's
parties.
crazy. Do you remember watching we watched an away game in like a tiny German bar in the valley?
It was called the LAFC.
Was it really?
Yes,
the
it
LA
was.
Football Club, you're
Yes,
right.
it was.
In like 2006, 2007, your brother was there, Eddie was there.
It was a dude who played on like what was it called? The
Hollywood?
Pan American Games.
Oh, okay.
And he had like a bunch of caps, but the U.S. Soccer doesn't recognize it.
Oh, that's wild.
He's
Yeah,
like
we,
this German
slipped in
dude.
my mind. It was a German bar.
it was like
Yeah.
a weird German bar, yeah.
It was tiny, dude.
I'll have to ask
Talk to
was-
your brother, he
He'll-
definitely
jog my
remembers.
memory.
It was where I met Gunner's brother before he
word.
joined the army.
Yeah.
It was at that like little German bar.
But they have now we have 17 viewing parties for one away game. Just how much all this shit's grown over the years, you know.
And there's probably going to be a couple more popping up because I know some people after the game were like, hey, where's this location? Hey, where's this area?
Mhm.
And we're like, oh, do it. So yeah, the 17. It's crazy. And if you saw the pictures online, they were very, very well attended. At least most that I saw.
Yeah.
I went to Lona's in Long Beach. There was a lot of people there. There's some people that I've never met before, which was really cool. And then the one in the Valley had a picture, and I've been to the Springbok in the
Springbok.
Valley.
Yeah, there was like
It's-
80 plus people, man.
yeah,
It was insane.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that group is really getting dialed in. It's really good to meet people that live in your area. So you should all do it and say hi and be friendly. So yeah, thanks to everyone who came out. We have match tickets available. So if you want to buy a ticket for Saturday, come through. Or if you want to buy a ticket for a later date, I think they've got like 3 games. on
Where
right
can they
now.
get those?
LARiotSquad.org, and then it should be under tickets. There should be a bar for tickets. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Yeah, that's Lars news.
Very well.
Right on.
Delivered from the
Play
source.
me out.
From the source. Play him out.
Hit it again, Benny.
We're going to have another song.
He loves it.
Oh, so what we got to do is have it in reverse.
This is just Lars News about stuff and things we want to talk about. Lars News. This is Lars News.
Isn't it fucked up? We have like a radio show about the galaxy.
Yeah, hey,
Isn't that weird?
let's do our like, hey, we're here back at the Riot Squad Cast.
Wow, that was really good.
I listen to a lot of morning radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a serious radio.
You were
voice
right
there.
in.
That was good.
That's what you want to do. Is that the point?
Well, we
of all
need
this?
we need
The
more
end
like
game?
cowbells and
We got to call Ben like Boner or something like that.
or fart, boner fart.
Boner, Boner fart, and then there's an animal. It's got to be like Boner fart and the moose.
Yeah,
Fuck Tucker. Tucker sucks. And fuck Tucker's friend.
That's definitely the producer.
yeah, exactly. All right, let's get into this Dallas game. Not the greatest of games, even though I felt really positive going into the game just for no reason.
Mhm.
Like I was oddly
You were
positive,
just in.
and I was quickly just like, why would you ever think this was going to happen for you? Let's go to our guess. What'd you think of that game?
I didn't make a prediction, but if I were to make a prediction, I would have predicted a tie. I thought we could have gotten out of there with a tie. And at the first half, I was kind of hopeful. You know, it looked okay. There was some decent things.
Got a couple shots off the post.
Our defense, our defense sort of was looking a little shaky. But in the second half, we just kind of fell apart. And defensively, it was bad. And offensively, it was bad. There's
was worse.
somebody said something last week. I think after the home opener, said, "I love like." Emma finds the most creative ways to not score
a goal. Yeah,
Like,
that was
it
pretty funny.
Matt, Amy's husband. I don't know his last name because it's not the same on
Just
Facebook.
Matt, it's fine.
Yeah, Matt's
Matt.
fine.
Okay. Well, there's a billion Matts.
Just say Amy's
Even
husband.
in the
Amy's
Discord, there's
Matt.
just like a billion Matts.
Go with
Anyways,
Amy's Matt.
So Amy's Matt. He said that. I thought it was hilarious, and it like showed itself this weekend. Emma found very creative ways to not score. Like if that guy could figure out just like even just crossing or even just like keeping it crosses on the floor. But not even like an aerial cross. If he could figure out how to pass on the floor while like breaking out,
Mm-hmm.
he would lead the league in assists.
I mean, I told Chris this. I mean, months ago, I was like, if he could get one goal for every 6 shots that he had, he would be the leading goal scorer.
he'd be an invaluable piece. Like you couldn't dream of trading.
Yeah.
Somehow you stumbled in on this.
What's crazy is that I feel like he's way more comfortable on the ball and crossing and passing, but the closer he gets to the end line, which is where he thrives,
Like the final third, yeah.
It's like how he it's like the worse he gets.
Oh yeah.
If you could see like a heat map of missed passes, I bet you they're all in the top part of the field. It doesn't make any sense to me, but you know.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I mean, it just clearly shows that he's not a starter.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely a sub at best.
He's always going to be what he is right now. There's no. Remember when Edson Buttle had that crazy breakout and he scored all those goals? You were just like, how? How is that guy who was a career 10-goal guy?
Well, it's crazy because I mean, literally any shot he took, it was like, oh, he's
they were all
score.
going in. Yeah, it didn't matter.
That goal against Seattle, where he just like turned and shot it.
Like 40 yards.
And I was like, yeah.
Back was
Casey Keller.
Didn't look all that surprised. He was just like, yeah. That's the form I'm in. That's kind of how. Emma's never going to have that. Like if we're being honest, and I like him now, I feel like a dick, and I like him a Boateng, but he's never going to have that. This is what he's going to be.
I think we definitely had a missed opportunity and should have traded that dude in the offseason.
I think by the end of his career, he'll be that guy that you remember that played for a lot of teams in MLS. I think he's just going to be.
I think we're it.
No,
really?
I think
he's a constant. Like he's just going to go from team to team. You know, there's just like those random guys that you don't really know all that well.
Dominic Aduro.
Yeah, you don't really know all that well, but you're like, I mean, not us, but like say some other guy from another team. Say he played for Toronto. You'd be like, oh, he's a bench guy for Toronto. Yeah. And then he was like, oh, he went to Seattle, played the bench there. Oh, he went to Dallas.
Moved to Kansas.
You know what I mean? Like just those guys who wander around the league.
I feel like he'd play for one other MLS team and then like just drop off the face of the earth.
He's got USL.
And USL, yeah.
I feel that one more MLS team and then Las Vegas Lights. It has to be Las Vegas.
No, he's not tattooed enough or like criminal record enough for Las Vegas Lights.
You have to have a certain amount of Twitter followers.
Yeah, you have to have like a little bit of clout, or at one time had to have a little bit of clout.
You have to have had stabbed somebody in your previous like career.
We're talking about like two guys on their team. Freddie Adu may have a record.
Oh yeah,
for obvious reasons.
You have to hawk vacuum cleaners on your Instagram in order to.
It's painful.
I'll bet Eric Winalda stabbed a teammate at one point.
Dude, you don't think he wanted to stab John Hart?
No, man, his wife got stabbed by a teammate. What are you talking about?
Terrible.
So I set that up, thinking one of you two would bring it down, and it didn't.
Eric Winalda.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben's wife is bringing us water.
The good Aranda just stepped in the studio right now.
The good one.
The good one, yeah.
The actual better half.
But yeah, I mean,
you want to come say hi, Laura? Come say hi. Say hello.
How's it going, everyone?
Good.
It's a great radio voice.
Right?
I know.
So much better than Ben in every conceivable way.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Better producer. Thank you so much.
Have a great time.
Thank you.
She just brought us all water. She's a sweetheart. She is very nice. I love Ben's wife. She's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I even,
Lovely.
called it in the beginning of the season. I thought, I think our time to sell Emma would have been this past offseason. We'll see what happens when the starters come back and he doesn't see so much playing time, but it's been bad.
How little TAM would you take for him right now?
Like 40,000.
Come on.
That's cold. That's cold.
I mean, you're not going to get much more than that. You're going to get
he's not far off.
You're going to get like 40.
Who was it who traded all their draft picks this year for 50,000 in TAM? Philadelphia.
I
think it was Philadelphia.
Yes, it was Philadelphia.
And I think it was to Cincy actually.
Yeah, because Cincy did a whole lot.
They traded all their draft picks for 50,000 TAM. I was like, jeez. I think Bruce would have at least gotten like 150, right?
No, it's Emma's a 50 max plus like a second round super draft pick.
I think you're
that we won't use.
That we would never use. Yeah.
Undervaluing.
Yeah, you're definitely.
I don't know, man.
It's all an overreaction. But this is the cap for him. He's never really going to be able to cross or be able to do shoot accurately.
Here's the problem.
What if GBS can teach him those things?
He would have taught him in the preseason, don't you think?
Well, I mean, that's such a short amount
of time. It's going to take time.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing. For me, Emma's not even the worst of it on the field. You kind of expect Emma to not be great, right? But these guys that we picked up in the offseason, your Antuna, your Polenta, you had a little more expectation from them. And Tuna apparently just likes to dribble, and then until the opposing team just takes it off of him every single time.
Yeah.
Or his crosses are just what I expected him to be.
I think this is not what you want to, not the example you want to see from him, because I think he realized at some point in this game that he's gonna have to be the one.
But the thing is, he did that against Chicago as well.
I didn't see it as much. I didn't see him get dispossessed as often against Chicago.
It was a handful of times where he would just dribble, take one too many touches on the ball, and then the Chicago player would just get in front of him and
I
take
think
the ball.
he just tried to play hero ball in this game because our striker was Pontius and Emma, and those are our attacking options.
Well, here's the thing: is because with Pontius, it's a smart idea to have him as your lone striker. The guy is, he knows how to win a ball in the air. He's known to win a ball in the air. So it's obviously, and he's the only option. You have no other option to play
how
up
many
top.
crosses did we put into the box?
Oh, ones that were
See, we didn't even play to that.
Oh, yeah.
That sort of,
No.
He's a big, strong guy. We didn't really play to, how you would play with
Because
that
the
type
thing
of
is,
striker.
you have a team who, we have 34% possession at the end of that game. These guys could not hold on to the ball at all. And you had guys like Antuna who were losing the ball. For what it was with Joe Corona, I thought he had a better game than a lot of people gave him. I thought he was okay for being a guy who literally stepped on the field with these guys 3 days before the.
Well, that's what it felt like. It
Oh,
felt like a guy
the new guy
who was playing with a bunch of people he's never played with before. So.
And then Leggett had to leave early because he got his nose broken. He looked kind of out of it. But he's just coming back from injury again too.
He had a couple missed opportunities that.
Oh yeah, he had some shots that were okay, dude.
Yeah, he probably should have put that at least on frame. Make the goalie do something.
Oh yeah, at least
you get a lucky bounce. You never know.
Yeah. Obviously we talked about M already. I thought the defense was actually not that bad for what it was. I thought Stairs didn't have a terrible game.
Mm-hmm.
Our outside backs, I think, what their plan is from GBS. He wants his fullbacks to go up and attack. I didn't think Jorgen had a great game.
Not just fullbacks, he has defenders. Look at the Stairs goal from the home opener. Who are the three people in the box? Who are the three people in the box with Stairs? It's Felcher and Shelvik, and Zlatan's behind them. So if you look at random points in the game, you'll just see wait, why is Shelvik in the box? Why is Polenta in there? It's
More
crazy,
goals.
They're actually way ahead of midfielders and strikers. That's
Yeah. Shelvik was actually our only defender to not get a yellow card in that game. Polenta,
Are we giving Polenta a benefit of the doubt because he hasn't played in 6 to
I give him the benefit of the
8
doubt
months.
for not having played for some time. I was talking about it on Twitter this week. If it's a Siani situation. If we're 6 months in, 7 months in, you're making the same mistakes. This is going to be a habitual problem, and we got to figure this out. If he comes highly respected, and a lot of people knew him. The coach knew him. The coach really went out for him. As long as we trust GBS, I have to keep giving Polenta some room to work with, some room to grow. He's not only kind of learning his position and getting game time with his position, but playing with brand new players in a brand new league after hadn't played for a long time.
Because wasn't it him
time.
that he only came halfway through preseason?
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't get his
visa
or whatever straightened out. So he hasn't been with the guys that long.
Yeah.
It's still no excuse if you're going to play a guy who's
he'll never be Siani. He's already better than Siani. Him on the ball and dribbling is amazing, and passing is amazing.
His passes out the back are amazing.
But the defending so far has been his
that's
back
something.
passes. His back
It's
passes
mental
have been-
lapses,
yeah, it
and
really
I think with it's he hasn't played a game in 8 months, 9, whatever it was that he hadn't played. You need to get he seems to be match fit. He seems to be able to go for 90 minutes, but there's a difference between match fit and game ready, where you have that mentality where you're ready to go.
Well, that was the reason he took a break, right? I don't think it was anything physical. I thought it was
it was a Landon Donovan, I need a break
mental,
from soccer.
I need some time. They all seem to be, as you say, they all seem to be mistakes that are all in his head. With time, with comfortability, that's all going to go away. I still have faith that's going to go away. So I give him a window. I think we give him some time. We'll see.
How many games?
6.
That's the number I was
That's
thinking of.
exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
6 total, though, right?
Yeah.
6 total.
Right.
We're 2 in. I'm not giving 6 more.
Yeah.
But if we're at week
Nice.
7, Yeah, great.
I legit was about to say 6. So I was
Synergy.
waiting
I was
for
gonna
you.
say I was like 5'6". That's what was my
But
number.
if we're hitting week 7, we're hitting week 8, and we're still here. You were the guy brought in to be at least so far. You were the guy brought in to be the defensive rock. It's got to get better.
And if you guys want to call in, give your opinion, we are live right now. You can give a call at 562-641-5277. That's 562-641-5277. Let us know what you guys thought about the game. Was it more of our defensive lapses or our attacking woes that kind of cost us this game, or maybe a little bit of both, maybe a little bit of everything?
Can I just make a comment to Galaxy fans?
Please.
If you think that it's some sort of revelation to say that without Zlatan and Alessandrini, we're not very good, don't, because it's not. That's pretty obvious. If you take the best 2 attacking players, if you take the best 2 attacking players out of any team, they're not going to be pretty good.
2 of the better attacking players in the league.
In the league, yeah.
All right, we got a phone call. What was it? 404.
You were so smooth.
Well, you guys were talking, so I was like, I lost the number. 404. Hello? Ben?
Wagwan, motherfuckers.
Guan.
This is like the weirdest segment of my life.
Is this Atlanta Dan?
This is your boy, Atlanta Dan.
Atlanta Dan, what's good, dude?
Is this a message? Or
Feels
is this
nice live. This is live, sir.
baby.
Oh, shit. My bad.
No, you're good,
No,
man.
you're good. So what's up, man? What do you thought about this game? What's up?
Hey, man, Efrain Alvarez, dog. Your boy, man, motherfucker should have just, man, you know what I'm saying? Like at the last minute, man.
Oh, dude, that would have
You know
been
what I'm saying?
that would have been goal of the year right there. Like right off week 2, would have been goal of the year.
And this is what GBS said, man. He also said, man, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, fucking, you know, like it don't matter how old you are, you gonna play if you're good. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my dude nutmegged a U.S. national team player.
Yeah. Like it was nothing.
Like it was nothing.
Man.
A grown man.
Yeah.
Stole his soul.
Veteran of the game.
Megged him, and then, I mean, inches away from scoring a goal.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, Matt Hedges ain't shit, man. You a bitch, dog.
my dude, hey, no, Matt Hedges is always killing us in like Open
Yeah.
Cup games and like.
And Matt Hedges is one of those dudes I was always like, man, that dude's mad underrated. He should get on the national team more often, type deal.
Well, Efrain had to remove that.
I don't like his. I don't like his face, man. I wish more balls hit him.
Well, I mean, Efrain just ruined his career. He should probably retire now.
Oh, I think
to be honest.
Well, yeah, after that ball, like I heard Matt Hedges like went to the hospital, died. You know, his soul was ripped out of his body, so you know we might not see Matt Hedges again.
I hope not, man. Motherfucker's just dead.
Matt Hedges memorial episode.
All right, so Atlanta Dan, what do you think? What do you think about this game? Like, was it our defense, our offense?
Man, it just without Zlatan, the team just drowns. They need that strong leader, that strong veteran presence. I don't think that Jonathan had it in him to be captain. You know what I'm saying? Like we needed somebody like an Ashley Cole type player to have actually taken the team and move forward. You get what I'm saying?
What do you think? Maybe like Asteras might have been better, or do you think who on this team would have been like your captain out of that starting 11?
Man, it's tough to say because nobody put the effort. Well, I can't say they didn't put the effort because they did go 0-0 for like the longest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that first half was a little better than that second half for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But who the hell is going to stop that goal, man? You could put Buffon in net.
Oh no, yeah. Well, that's the thing is, you had the midfielders who didn't track that run, so you got to blame the center mids on that one. But I mean, that ball was. Yeah. I mean, that was no one stopping that ball.
And who the hell, like, man? I think he fell down on his own, man. I think he fell down on his own.
Oh, no. Polenta
shit when Bart says that's not a PK.
Polenta straight up kicked the dude.
Polenta kicked that dude.
Even though he took like 5 steps and then went down, but I mean, he kicked him. I mean, it was soft, but
Come on, guys.
It was
guys. He's a Galaxy brother. You can't say that shit.
Dan, I agree with you. If it's any consolation, yeah.
See, now you know you're wrong, dude.
Yeah, 100% incorrect.
Dan, you know you're wrong now that you're agreeing with Ben.
It's time to change your opinion. I'm sorry.
Man. Hey, man. Oh, shit, man. Hey, man, it was a penalty, you know? It was.
Yes.
All right, my man. Thank you so much for calling, dude. We appreciate it.
Hey, yeah, man. Take it easy, man. Peace out. Stay black, y'all, you know.
Hey,
Guan, brother.
God bless.
Man.
Oh,
Thank you, Atlanta Dan. I love
man.
Atlanta Dan so much.
That dude.
I know it's Guan because of the show, but you guys know it's Wagwan, right?
Oh.
Like what's
he has corrected
what's
us.
going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
Wagwan.
I know. I think, but our running joke now is just Guan. Yeah. If you want to call in, give us your opinions. It's 562-641-5277. That's 562-641-5277. Benjamin, we haven't heard from you about this game. What do you think, man?
Dude, it was a shit show. It was, dude, I was watching the game, trying to think of what I was going to say on the show, and there was nothing redeeming. There was no ups.
Can we
nothing.
Can we talk about the commentary?
Oh, the commentary.
I watched the Spanish.
I eventually switched to Spanish because I couldn't stand it anymore.
I watched the Spanish, and these dudes, for real, mad smacking, like talking smack on our players, especially Polenta. Like they were like, this dude's came from Italy. Like he's played in top flight in teams. And it's like, he called Efren fat at one point.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Midway through like a random play, I think it was Legit had the ball and immediately went after Polenta for the goal last week.
Oh yeah.
Just for no reason, just went. And last week Polenta.
They were talking so much smack on the team. It's just crazy.
Which was weird because they started talking really good about us. The first half of the game was, oh, these guys are good. They let go of Gio. It was a whole lot of like, oh, these guys are doing good. And the minute Polenta started messing up, it was attacked.
Oh, every time Polenta would like make a bad pass or maybe like not clear a ball far enough, they would talk so much shit. Yeah.
It feels so good in my soul just to hear Gilbert say they got rid of Gio. Like every time I hear it, it still warms my inside.
But it's funny that I think at one point when Legit went out with the broken nose, they started like, oh no, Becky G said not his face, like not his face. I was like, that's pretty damn funny, dude. That is damn funny. Is there any positives from this game?
Efra
getting some more minutes.
Oh my boy,
he's looking.
My boy, Edward.
He's feeling a little more comfortable. He felt a little more comfortable today. He didn't get an assist, but he felt a little more comfortable in this game than he did in the last game.
And you're getting him those minutes. You're feeding him. You're little by little.
Hey, I was just wondering if anyone else thought that he should have put that away.
I think it's an amazing save.
I think it's a great. Yeah, this is a really good save.
Yeah, but he's got to keep that low to the corner, man. I mean, he had that. All he's got to do is bring his leg across, put that low in the corner.
See how quickly he shot that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And isn't it his first shot?
It was his first shot
in an MLS game. Like
you're not going to get that. Should he have scored in the one shot he's taken?
Yeah, exactly.
In the entirety of his professional career.
But I'm saying I'm 100% like if he scored that goal, that would have been MLS goal of the year.
Well, we don't know because MLS goal of the year voting is stupid.
Yeah.
But
dudes are high on Efra.
It should be. That would be. Yeah.
Even non-Galaxy people are like high on Efra.
Yeah, he's like apparently that's all they talk about on Univision and.
I started listening to the
crazy. Yeah.
I started listening to the MLS podcast again. What is it? The Extra Time.
Oh yeah.
And there's dudes all on his jock. So I'm like, I think it would have been a very high candidate for goal of the year.
Matt Doyle over here retweeting stuff that he wrote last year about him, like, look out for this guy. Like, oh look, I got you guys.
Fuck Matt Doyle. Matt Doyle's a fucking tool.
Well, that went way too far.
Yeah,
that was.
I really like Matt Doyle.
Yeah, he and I get along. We tweet each other.
Yeah, I like Matt Doyle.
I like Matt Doyle.
Yeah. So.
And up for this game would be Efra and Zubak's
my
well they
boy.
Go.
We didn't even talk about Zubak.
I've been waiting.
Efra and Zubak together were really good. It was. I understand why they held back on bringing up Efra or Zubak up to the first team. It's because they wanted the right time to bring both of them together, so they would have someone they've been playing with, someone with chemistry, someone they already know.
Oh yeah, they've been playing together. What, 2-3 years now?
3, yeah.
I don't know what Gilbert's talking about. That's ridiculous. But
yeah, Zubak was only brought up because
we don't have a striker. We sold Ola Kamara and we sold Gio and we
loaned out BJ
Bradford. But
I like my theory.
But all the same, it doesn't matter. My boy Edward, I nursed this young man at my teat from the young age of 16, 17ish. Like my boy. First team deal.
It was definitely like Finding Neverland, kind of like weird.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, they all are really. Let's not.
Yeah.
I like the young players, Ed. What do you want from me? They have the talent.
Look, I just have a circus in my house, and we watch cartoons together.
We're friends.
It's fine.
Yeah, we listen to music. We're friends.
He touches my monkey, and that's not like a metaphor. I swear, I have my pet monkey. Like,
so they finally got R. Kelly too, and that's
Hey man,
he's fighting for his life, dog.
Did
you watch that interview?
Oh my god, so good.
It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like the last episode of Trapped in the Closet. It's almost like he's singing. He's really close to singing sometimes.
Yeah. They've already auto-tuned it somewhere.
Yeah,
it's definitely on the internet where they've auto-tuned it.
But just a few weeks ago, I was thinking, like, it's strange. we as a society have all accepted that R. Kelly like fuck these minors, but anytime the remix to Ignition comes on, you're like, fuck, this is a jam.
On our live chat on the youtube.com/RiotSquadcast, Flava91101 says Zubak will score goals for Jesus.
Oh yeah, he loves the Lord. He's a pious man, Edward.
We don't just get Zubak. We get God.
We get the Lord.
Yeah.
We get God on our
Lord
side.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
Does anyone know why he?
This reaffirms our position that we're God's team.
Does anyone know why he got his jersey from 51 to 29?
Well, he's the second number 9. That's the thinking.
And it's a normal thing for
It's
like
normal,
academy or lower,
Oh, because
reserve
Effort
side.
did it
But
too, right?
usually it's
Effort didn't change his number?
No.
breaking the season. No, Efra's still got 26. And I talked to Ethan. He said they told him he was changing his number. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Well, it's like whenever we
which is fine.
played TJ or another Mexican team in a friendly, there's all those like
305.
126.
Yeah.
And,
I like it. He's, and if Efren wants to, I think we can all agree Efra's keeping 26 because there's a jersey waiting for him. Like, we're waiting for him to take the jersey we pray he takes for the rest of his career.
Do you think he takes number 10 next year?
I told you, I think we should give it to him now and just move forward with it. Say that, hey, this is the trust and the faith we're putting in you. This is the expectation that we have as an organization for you and your future. We're going to give it to you now. It's the same jersey Landon wore, the same jersey Cien wore, and then just fucking let him go forward.
Gio wore.
Yeah, we're gonna skip over that. We're gonna act like that never happened.
It will feel a little dirty if someone comes in and takes the 10. Like if they sign someone and he gets the 10, it will feel a little like it doesn't matter who it is. Like Schneider or some famous former
Available,
aging Euro star, and it'll still feel a little weird for them to take the 10 because it's like you're basically a placeholder.
We
You're
all
not the real
understand.
10.
Yeah, we all understand who the number 10 on this team is going to be going forward. Give it to him now. Give it to him now. Let him live up to it.
I'm okay with the earning it.
I'm cool with that too.
I'm cool with the waiting and letting him earn it.
Either
this
way.
year, but I'd say after 2 games, he's maybe earned it.
Yeah, I give it to him.
Hey, you guys were
16
criticizing me
years
for
old,
wanting
good
to start him in this game. Like, I think you should have started the kid.
I mean,
yes.
I get it.
I mean, hindsight 2020. I think you probably should have started him over Corona, but
Corona was ratings wise, or at least according to who scored our best player.
I thought he didn't have a bad
It was
game.
weird.
He just seemed lost though. Like,
well, here's
I agree.
the problem. What I thought that GBS should have went with was just, hey, Corona, you're our defensive mid, or hey, you're our attacking mid. Stop with like the fluidity thing between the 3 guys, especially just for this game.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you have a guy who's been with the team 4 days. 4 days. So maybe just have like, hey, Leggett, you're gonna be our attacking mid. Jonah and Corona, you're gonna be our defensive midfielders. Maybe Jonah and Leggett are the 2 that are gonna interchange. But Corona, you stay center mid. You're not gonna move anywhere.
Yeah.
And that would have been maybe a little, solidifying that midfield. Maybe having it where it wasn't looking like it was just so like, I don't know. It just
he
seemed
just seemed
lost.
out of place.
Yeah.
It didn't seem.
He looked uncomfortable.
Yes, I'd agree.
And
with that.
and if you've seen him with the national team, you see when he looks comfortable, he does look very good. And he just didn't quite look there yet. It's going to take some time.
This is super like, I don't know, inside baseball or whatever. Would you prefer him at central attacking mid or in center mid?
I would like him at a center mid, but I also really like. I mean, if we're going to be in this setup where Zlatan's just the lone striker and we're having Antuna as an actual left winger and Alessandrini as a right winger, I like Jonathan sitting behind a 4-man midfield. And it's like, if you're going to launch the ball up to Zlatan and have these people run off him, I want Jonah 4-1. Yeah, I want Jonah in a place where he's going to get he's going to get the ball the most, have the most of the field available to him to like spray those long passes out, and then let Corona and Leggett kind of run that midfield and just go forward attack. Keep Jonathan back, not too far.
I think Jonathan is going to be your guy who's going to be the linchpin between the defense and that offensive attack. So I think that's going to be a good plan.
And his work rate, like he's going to be able to make those moves and to exert all that energy and protect Polenta and whomever.
And he's the best passer of the 3.
Yeah, he's the best defender of the 3.
Yeah. I
And
mean, that guy goes
comfortable on the ball.
That guy goes,
There's a lot of things.
So put him in a place where he can be comfortable and be a steadying force for this relatively shaky back line.
He goes months where his passing actually is like 95%.
Well, we talked about it earlier. He was like 3rd highest in the league for quality passes. So passes that actually led to something, led to a chance, a shot on goal, what have you.
All right. Any last comments on this game before we move on?
No, not really. I mean, don't overreact. It's still week 2 of an entirely new system.
Yeah.
With some play, Polenta is a player hasn't played in a year. And
Tuck,
brand new teammates.
That was my question: is how much do we react to this? I mean, because there was nothing redeeming in the game.
Actually, let me take that.
Please.
We're not Atlanta fans.
Yeah.
We've been around the block. This is not our second or third year.
How good has that shit been?
It's been amazing.
It's been so nice.
We know what a bad coach looks like, and we know when to properly
I'm so here for
ask them to leave. We're big boys.
Frank DeBoer is a jewel of MLS right now.
Oh, has anyone checked what the score was by the end?
No, it ended 1-0. They
won
1-0. Yeah, not nearly enough, but I was genuinely terrified that like Ajax Frank DeBoer would show up, and instead we got Inter Milan or Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Frank DeBoer, and as a Galaxy fan, if you're worried about them getting a top level manager and signing the South American Player of the Year and retaining Joseph Martinez and keeping Darlington Nagbe and all these other guys, they have an absolute self-destructive force of a manager in charge right now who has already implemented a system that clearly doesn't work. Doesn't fit the players. Jeff Lorenowitz was starting at center back today. Like it's going to be amazing to watch this.
A three-man center back.
3-man center back. Yeah. Jeff Lorenowitz in 2019. So yeah, Atlanta's going to be fun this year.
So yes, don't react. People call it. I haven't seen it, but even if anybody's calling for CBS to get fired,
just like
better.
Just like
Be
the Polenta, let's give the team at least 6 games.
6-7 games, yeah.
Yeah, before we start panicking a little bit.
And even then, I'm giving GPS all year.
I'm giving him the whole. I'm going to give him the whole year because this isn't his team.
I'm not going to react at any point to anything that happens.
And we have a question about this later on.
And say GBS gets fired.
We have a question about this later on too, but it's not his team.
It's not his team yet.
It's not his team.
But he's got a lot of money to make.
And we'll talk about because we do have a question from a listener about the ineptitude of the FO and the past mistakes. And
Ooh.
We'll discuss that a little later.
That is my specialty. So
yeah, we'll discuss a little later on. Got a little something to say, Gilbert?
Yeah, I feel like freaking out right now about like a loss in week 2 is like a Dodger fan freaking out in May about losing 3 games straight. It's not going to matter in October. It's not going to matter later on. You just got to build on what we have right now.
Or you got to be worried about your pitchers hurting their back by standing up too long.
Oh God.
Is that recently like a Dodger pitcher was like he got injured because
stood up while he was
standing up
cooking.
too long, and he got injured his back. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk prediction game. Prognostication. I can't say that word ever.
Got there in the end.
Yeah, I did. Chris was the only one who was able to grab a full 3 points. Got the Hattie
let's
this week.
revel in this, motherfuckers.
Got the Hattie this week.
Had anyone gotten a hat trick before?
Not until this point.
You got one?
This season.
Yeah,
no, not this season.
Well, I was about to say last year.
No. Yeah. But this season, Chris is the first one with the full 3 points.
I dedicate that hat trick to Gio. It's got to be. My boy. You never was able to bring one home for me because, that whole situation. But going out to him.
Chris brings home the 3 points, correctly predicting a 2-0 loss. After 2 matches, he takes a commanding lead with 4 points. Ben, last year's champion, is second with 1 point. And Ed still has a big goose egg.
Squadoosh.
7-0. Match day 2 listener predictions. Much like Chris, Walter C. got the hat trick. Nailed the 3-point prediction, making him the leader of the listeners with 4 points. There are 20 people tied with 2 points in second place. So you still have time, Andrew, to get in, man. I think many of you learned a valuable lesson. Don't make predictions too early when you erroneously think Zlatan will play.
You see fucking Ben trying to change his answer.
I know, what a dickhead. He ain't changing nothing.
And then arguing with Anthony.
Yeah, no, Anthony shut that down real quick.
I just want to warn everybody in the prediction game that in probably like week 4 or week 5, I'm going to join and then come from behind and beat all of you. So just be aware.
Well, there's your challenge.
There's your challenge. Yeah, everyone just beat Andrew.
I'll give you 4 weeks.
Just join now.
5 weeks.
So Anthony, we need a weekly prediction. We need a weekly update for wherever Andrew is.
Oh, he gives me a table, so it's all good.
Oh, good.
It's all good. Which we will be posting on the website at riotsquadcast.com, so you can see the table where you stand and all that stuff. While there were only 42 participants for the Dallas game, 52 for the Chicago game, 9 of them were new. There's still time to join in and have a great chance of winning free booze. Thank you, Anthony, for those prizes. Only one person has 4 points, so anyone could catch him after a couple of correct predictions. Special thanks to Nadia S., who made me realize that there was no space for own goal. So match day 3 predictions versus Minnesota will be updated with an own goal option, as well as all the new players that we've picked up since
ballsy.
then. That's
If you successfully call an own goal this year,
that should be
like
like
5
2 points. Yeah,
But you should also lose points if you get it wrong.
I
I
think
think it's a lot to track.
Didn't
I don't have to do it.
Didn't we
It's
score
fine.
like 5 own goals last year?
Ourselves?
around that.
Yeah,
That was
something
Siani with
outrageous.
like 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and Steris had a couple. Yeah.
All right, looking forward, the Galaxy head into Saturday's match with an impressive record against Minnesota United, 3 wins and 1 draw. While it is only 4 games, it was during 2 of the worst seasons for the Galaxy. In those 4 games, the G's have scored 10 goals while only surrendering 4. During the offseason, the Loons have tried to improve their defense, acquiring Ike Opara from Sporting Kansas City and Alizé Alonso from the Sounders, and signing former Arsenal and Sunderland goalkeeper Vito Manone.
He'll be easy to score past. Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean,
we have Kevin Noble. We'll be fine.
apparently Newcastle couldn't do it, but it's okay.
I like that Arsenal and Sunderland.
Well, we would love to score some goals against Sunderland, but
I like
can't
that
see 'em
Arsenal
way
and Sunderland
down there.
are in the same sentence.
Yeah.
But in reality, they're very.
Are they?
They're very far.
Additionally, Minnesota United has added a DP signing in Slovakian playmaker Jan Gregus. I hope that is pronounced correctly.
I'm sure he's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Who plays in the center of the midfield. Darwin Quintero returns this year, hoping to play a full season. Last year, he only made 27 appearances, but scored 11 goals and had 15 assists. Already starting off the year with like 3 goals and 2 assists. So, yeah he's right. He's picking
He's
up
on
right
my
where he
fantasy
left.
team.
The Loons are in their third game of a brutal 5-game road trip to start the season. They haven't opened up their stadium quite yet, even though I heard it's already ready to go and whatever. Anyways, in the first 2, they managed wins versus both Vancouver and San Jose, both shit teams, but whatever. they might see a third shit team this Saturday. So, Quintero has started where he left off last year, scoring a PK and adding 2 assists in the first game and second PK as well as assist versus San Jose. Hopefully, their travel schedule will start to wear on them, and we'll face a tired team on Saturday. Gentlemen, what do you think of this game against Minnesota? So we'll start with Chris.
Ooh, I'll go first.
Yeah, that's why I called you.
I
You're the only Chris in this room.
appreciate it. Scarcely paying attention. I don't think it's going to work out for us in the same way. I think Gilbert was saying earlier we've never lost a game to Minnesota.
3 wins, 1 tie.
Probably coming to an end this weekend.
If you're listening to Ed, you would.
Oh, he established he wasn't, but it's fine.
Yeah, I gave that
he
information.
said it already.
I'm working on a side project over here, but yeah, I think that comes to an end this weekend.
Our boy Madam Serrano in the chat says Quintero's gonna make Jonah his hyena.
Yeah, that's not gonna get us in trouble, is it? You're not
No,
supposed to-
it's like his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like his lady.
You're allowed to make that joke even if they're.
We're good.
Okay, yeah, I'll take your word.
Yeah.
I just want all the people to don't contact us about that. Don't contact me if he's wrong. Let Ed know. Just leave me alone about it.
So what's
Go
your
on.
prediction?
Yeah, go on. Talk about the game.
What
do you think? Either that,
we're gonna get torn to pieces. I mean, I don't know, Ed. I'm really good at predictions. Clearly, that's why I'm so nervous.
Yeah,
it's almost like I'm speaking this
ask
into reality.
2018 Chris how that went.
Not well, but so far 2019 is working out swimmingly. Quintero is really good, and he's playing amazingly. So he just hit the ground running. He's what I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but he's what we were hoping we'd get out of Alessandrini, where there's no injury concern or there's no.
Well, he's only played like 3/4 of a season.
That's what I'm saying. But playing concern
Alessandrini plays 3/4 of a season. So.
But I'm saying it's game 2, and this guy is in midseason form already. Like he's already one of the hottest players in the league, and no one on our team looks up to that speed. The one person you would expect to kind of show up and just be on that speed is Zlatan. It sounds like he's not going to be there. I mean, if we can get out with a draw, that'd be great.
We just can't give a PK apparently. Like he's only scored PK goals this season so far.
Good enough.
So hopefully, if Polenta, is like maybe I shouldn't kick people this game, or,
3-man back line.
Yeah.
No Polenta.
Yeah. Anyways.
Do not do that.
No.
But do you want my prediction now?
No. We're gonna do predictions
Okay,
later. Andrew, what do you think? How do you think this game's gonna go for us?
I still think we will continue to look better. I still think that there's a lot of things to work out. I can see us tying this game. I just don't really see us winning, to be honest. It's too early in the season. I just feel like there's a lot of kinks to work out in this team, and that hasn't really been ironed out yet.
And Leggett will be back for this game. He will be wearing hopefully like a Power Ranger mask. Because that'd be dope.
That Black Mamba mask.
But hopefully it's like a
Cody
Becky
Rhodes
G
looking.
Power Ranger, Yellow Ranger mask.
It's the way it's got to be.
Or it should be. You know what it should be? It should be like the regular like face mask, but painted like you're looking like the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, I'm back in. Anything involving the Ultimate Warrior, I'm fucking ready for.
And then he has to go to like the sandwich board, like the signboards, and start shaking it violently up and down like if it was a ring rope.
I'm picking him to score a goal then. I want to fucking see that happen.
Gordon already did that with the net.
Oh, the net. Yeah, that is true. Oh, I miss Gordon.
I miss it. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was actually watching it's one of the goals he scored last year. Or is it not last year? It's like 2014. And it's just this rocket from like right outside the box. And fuck, man. Like the look of absolute joy in that guy's face every single time he scored. No bullshit. Like he loved scoring for the Galaxy.
All right, and if you guys want to call in with your predictions for this game, give us a call, 562-641-5277. That's 562-641-5277. Let us hear what your opinion about this game is. If we're going to see a lot from Game 1, Game 2, we're going to see a better team. What do you think we're going to see? Gilbert, what do you think this game is going to show us?
I was going to say, if you're going to call in, still put it online, because Big Tony's not going to count it. Yeah, he made me put it in myself when I was here on 2 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, if you don't put in, if you got to go to RiotSquadcast.com.
You know the rules.
In the predictions for the Minnesota game, pick your winners, pick your score, you got to do it all, baby.
Is Big Tony your maid? What is he? You doing work for you? What is this?
Exactly. That's why you got to go online, RiotSquadcast.com.
And what's the prize? It's a $80 mystery pack, right? It's
yes.
The Way Days.
So no. For the prediction games, if you are the winner of prediction game at the end of the season, Big Tony have like a huge booze offer pack for the winner. Right. If you are a Patreon subscriber, patreon.com/RiotSquadcast, we are doing a monthly away days giveaway for that month of whoever had the most points in that month.
Okay.
So yeah, we're doing that. Ben, what do you think of this game, man? Do you think we see a better improvement from our team, or a lot from same from Dallas?
You know what? I think that Minnesota's not as organized as Dallas. I think that maybe Pontius can do something up top because he was completely ineffective against Dallas. I agree with both Tucker and Andrew. I think a draw would be great. I think maybe there's a chance Efren comes off the bench and scores a winner. That'd be fantastic. I don't know. I think
that'd be great.
Yeah, I think that if we win it, it'll be something like that. It'll be at the death. It'll be something kind of dramatic. But otherwise, I think a draw is the best we can hope for. Although I don't think we'll lose it. I think that the defense, after 2 weeks of Polenta making mistakes, I think he's going to be on. Or we'll just say extra focus. I'm not going to say on good behavior because I'm not sure that guy knows what good behavior is. But I'll say extra focus.
I'm definitely not that confident in this team right now. From what I saw from Saturday, I think that, and when Minnesota, it's a different Minnesota. It's definitely not your 2018-17 Minnesotas where they're giving up 6 goals in the first 3 games. So, I think we lose this game.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a loss.
That's fair.
So let's go into predictions, or do we want to talk? Let's talk injuries first. Injury updates. Leggett is back. Juninho is back. He's been seen in full training so we'll see. He'll probably be on the bench. Zlatan still not. There's no word on Zlatan. Like there's nothing.
Not even training.
Huh?
They said he's not even training.
Not even training. And
did
then,
anyone else get a really bad feeling from
Yeah.
When as soon as I think it was Baxter said indefinite, I was like.
I saw some.
Well, that guy is always negative about the Galaxy anyway. So
it's true, but still, it made me feel not very good.
But I saw some conversation on Twitter, and for all I know, it's just conversation. But that Zlatan might have a torn Achilles. Like that would be fucking nightmare scenario. Like the utter nightmare scenario.
Well, I think you would have heard something from the Galaxy if it wasn't that bad. Like even from them, I think it would have been like, it's 2-3 weeks. It's precaution.
Mm-hmm.
At least you would have heard, hey, it's precautionary. We're gonna rest him for whatever the week or 2.
I don't think it's torn. If it was torn, we'd know. Yeah, that would be a nightmare scenario. But if it was torn, we'd know. I think it's worse than. Well, no, they're not letting anything on. I think it may be worse than precautionary. But it's an Achilles, so it's like that's really it's a dangerous.
It's delicate, man.
It's a dangerous game.
And he played on it too. He was injured like the first 20 minutes of the Chicago game, and he kept playing on it.
If it was torn, he would have already had surgery. I mean, that's not something that just heals on its own.
And I don't think he would have
It's a
continued in that
surgery thing.
game either.
Yeah. So, and if it was torn, he'd be gone for the year, and that would free up the DP spot also.
Well, you guys remember Beckham at PSG, and that's what ended his career.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked really, really bad when he did it. Like,
He just kind of buckled.
But for all we know, that's we're not saying that's the case.
No.
If we're all, I'm sure it's
but
just
the super 100% transparent LA Galaxy, they haven't said a damn word about it, so we have no idea.
Well, that's
but
what
he's
leads you
definitely
to
not
think it's bad.
He's definitely not in training, so he's probably not going to be here for this game on this.
I think it's going to be a while. I think it's going to be
well,
some weeks.
I think we have after this game. Don't we have
a
break for the internationals? So if you rest him, rest him. It's early season. Yeah. Even if it's not something that's that bad, rest him. He'll have another 2 weeks of rest. Come back. Hopefully,
like that's why I wasn't all that. That's why I wasn't all that concerned about him being out of training. I mean, they're going to have 2 weeks off. Why push it if you don't have to?
Why push a 37-year-old player? Even it is Zlatan. Yes, this dude is amazing, but he still is going to get injured. And why push him when you can have, like you said, 2 weeks off?
A couple extra days. Give him a couple extra days to heal up. He's an older player.
It is concerning that maybe the Galaxy are now in panic mode a little bit and like, hey, we got to go find a striker.
Well, it's the not talking that makes me think there's something wrong.
Yeah.
It's the nothing.
Well, let's just recall BJ4.
Yeah. I don't think both parties. I don't think either of them want that.
But why not? Why would we not want that? It's cheap. It's a short-term thing, right? Hopefully, I mean, I don't see why.
But is he really going to be like? Is he going to answer your questions of an attack of a forward?
No, but it's better than him than bring someone and then that person has to sit on the bench.
Because is he going to do any better than Pontius would have done as a lone striker?
Possibly.
I don't think so.
I really don't think Pontius is much of a striker, to be honest.
I think he's more of a striker than Bradford.
Yeah.
I mean, I see what you're saying. Like he's still an option. The question really boils down to you're in a sub situation because it's going to be Pontius at least based on what we currently have. If it's going to be Pontius and you're in a sub situation, you're later, you need an extra striker. Do you trust Bradford Jamieson more than you trust Ethan Zubak? Because essentially that's what you're getting. You're going to get a midfielder or a defender taken off for Zubak or a midfielder or defender taken off for Bradford Jamieson.
I think it doesn't matter either way because you don't have the midfielders feeding them balls anyways. So whether it's BJ, whether it's Pontius, I mean, it could be fucking the best striker. It could be Ronaldo as your lone striker. You're not going to get balls to him, so he's not going to score a goal. You had Antuna and you had Boateng who couldn't cross to save their lives on Saturday.
Yeah.
You couldn't get. I mean, how many shots? When did Pontius even have a shot on goal from last Saturday?
I don't remember. I can find.
I don't remember either.
Yeah, I can't think of it, but
I mean, I feel like it took him until the second half to even touch the ball.
Only shot on goal was Efren's.
There you go.
Jesus Christ! Really?
That That might have been the first shot on target. Yeah, I remember.
I think that was the only shot on target.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole game.
It was the only shot on goal. We had I think it was either 11 or 13 total shots, but that was the only one on goal.
We had 11 shots.
Yeah.
And 7 of those were going to be Legets on fucking blasting them over.
Wow.
Anyways.
That's terrible.
All right, let's talk lineups. We're pretty much going to see the same lineup minus what? Leggett for who? For Corona?
Probably. But Corona started, didn't he?
Yeah, Leggett and Corona started. So you're probably going to see.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Ooh.
Do you see the same starting lineup?
Well, you're going to see if Leggett's starting.
The same starting 11.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what we're going to see?
Yeah. I mean, what's your alternative?
I mean, unless you don't think they'll start Efra, will you?
No. Why?
Not yet.
Yeah, I don't see the point if you. Well, I mean, look, if you're.
I mean, you start Leggett and Jonah, and then you put Efra as your attacking center mid.
So if you're,
hindsight being 2020, I would rather. I mean, now thinking about it, I would have rather Efra started over Joe Corona because he knows the players and he knows the system better. You know what I'm saying?
So Joe Corona
is brand new.
But if so, to you guys, is Joe Corona eventually he's a starter, right?
I mean, it looks like he's
going
to be
like for the money, right? He's going to be a starter.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Maybe I should watch the game again. I thought he was good. I thought for what being in the game, being with the team for like 3 days, I was like,
He was the best. He was the best rated player we had in the game.
To me, it looked like a good player on a team of nobody that he.
No understanding.
He looked good as a player, but like as a team member,
Yeah.
he just looked lost in the system. He kind of looked a little.
Well,
lost.
that's what I'm saying. Like if he's a starter in your mind, you can't just keep moving all these people around. If the expectation is he needs to get a chemistry with Leggett or he needs to get a chemistry with Jonathan, at some point you have to get him in. You have to get him minutes. We seemed like we were in on that at Dallas,
and they're gonna have an extra week training together.
And-
So
and
they're gonna have an
better
extra
do it
week.
3.
So
than
just let
week
him
13,
go
right?
in, let him get it. And it's a game where look, if we lose, you're still going to be shielded by, hey, we're early in the season, or if we lose, you're shielded by two of our designated players and two of the best players in the league. We're out injured.
let's play Pontius on the right mid, put Antuna on the left, and just throw Zubac up there, man.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
I know, but I just
Never going to happen.
No, I know. But I'd rather see that than I'd rather see Boateng out there starting.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Pontius out there in the wing, which he's better at as a right mid. I think he's better as a winger than he is as a forward. I mean, are you going to get that much more production out of Pontius as a lone striker than you got out of Zubac?
It's also really, I don't know if unfair is the word I want to use, but Boateng was playing on the right wing against Dallas. He never plays on the right wing. He's always on the left. And I don't know, maybe they thought they didn't see out of Antuna what they wanted to see, moving him over to the right, so they said, well, let's put him back on his
Oh, I think
his
everyone
natural
clearly
left wing
saw
spot.
that right side play was
But
not good
Boateng-
from him.
I think
Boateng
the
needs
reason
to
why
play
he
left.
likes the left is because it's so much easier for him to cut
Mhm.
back when he gets to the end line
Yeah.
on that side than it is. He just feels,
And then the ball's immediately on his
Yeah.
passing foot. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
I think you keep it all the same. I think move Boateng to the left, let Antuna. He was decent on the right. He wasn't great, but he was better than Boateng was.
I think they both looked completely lost on the right side.
Well, that's just that's a gap you're going to have to deal with. Like that's just a situation you're going to have to deal with. Even down to G2, there's not a right winger that we have outside of Alessandrini that's going to be able to fill that spot. Until we get another forward, and then you can move Pontius over there, you're stuck until Alessandrini comes back. That's just them's the breaks. You know what I mean?
Any thoughts of moving Leggett outside?
You could do that.
Usually he played the left though. Like that's the issue.
Yeah, he
Even
does
when
play
Leggett
the
played
right.
wide, he would play on the left. Predominantly, he would play on the left. And now you have Leggett, Antuna, and Boateng, all people who predominantly played on the left. Even Pontius predominantly played on the left. He played some right wing.
There you go. I like that. But Ben, put Leggett out on the right. Start Efra as a center attacking mid.
Yeah, I say why not just go to a 4-4-2? I mean, it's clear that Pontius can't do it by himself. I mean, you go to a 4-4-2, you put
It's like a
Leggett.
4-4-1-1.
No, I think 4-4-1-1.
Yeah, we don't
That's-
really have that many strikers. We have 2 strikers.
It's the issue.
Yeah, I'd like to. I would. I mean, it's not going to happen.
It shouldn't.
We're going to see the same lineup from Saturday, probably. But I would definitely like to see Efra start.
I do think Efra is a lot closer to starting than I think a lot of people give him credit for. Even me, really.
I mean, you were doubting him last year, like, no, let's not bring this kid up.
I just didn't think they were going
We
to play
doubted him in the preseason game, like, no, you know what? Maybe you should stay in D2.
And I was like, we should definitely bring him up.
Yeah, I like that.
Shit,
I like the idea of him on the first team. I was worried we're not going to play him, and if we're not going to play him, keep him on G2. I'd rather he play regularly and get competitive minutes.
Yeah, and if anything, if you're going to bring in BJ, I think you bring him in as your winger rather than your forward.
Yeah, because that's where we have need. He played right wing.
Yeah. Well, he played a lot of like the center attacking mid, like second striker.
Everyone's
kinda.
off on the left. Like predominantly, everyone's off on the left. He did play some, but just not not enough to make you comfortable.
All right, so we're gonna get to predictions. I guess I will go first because I'm last place.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go with. You know what? I don't have faith that this team's gonna score. If Efra doesn't start, I'm thinking it's gonna be. I'm gonna say 3-0.
It's wild that like Efra is the reason. A 16-year-old is the reason that you're like, we may have a chance at a goal.
Yeah.
Did you say last week that we were going to win?
Yeah. So
We're
hey,
going to win in Dallas.
you know
and
what?
Now we're going to lose 3-0
we
at
didn't
home.
we didn't do it in 4 years. So I was like, all right,
Are
we're
you
gonna beat
bipolar?
him. Maybe a little bit. Hey, if my prediction become the opposite, I'll be like, all right, cool. If we win on Saturday, then I'm good with that.
Benjamin, you're up, sir.
Damn, I'm not used to going second.
I know. It's nice sitting over here. I don't think I ever really got to go last.
It is a nice
I was
spot.
You
isn't
get
it?
time to think.
I was terrible at this game last year.
Yeah, it's nice going last.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna try and stay positive one more week. I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw,
Okay.
and I'm gonna say goals from Jonah, and I'll say Antuna gets his first also.
Okay. I like that. Let's pass it to Gilbert, actually. I'll go dead last as champion. I got
you gotta
one
go-
shot
yeah.
at this.
I'm gonna go for that classic LA Galaxy score, 2-3. We're gonna lose. Efra, and I feel Efra's gonna get his first goal.
I can see that.
home. Tucker's doubting me already, but
Your sentence structure is incredible.
It's fine. Let him go.
Let me
Jesus.
go. And the second goal goes to legit. I feel that
Okay.
with the face mask, he's gonna pull his best Cody Rhodes and just nail one in the back of the net.
All right.
Wouldn't that
Andrew,
be,
Capo
wouldn't that be Kobe Bryant?
No.
Well, he's more of a wrestling fan.
he's
Cody
wrestling.
Rhodes
Yeah,
was
but you
way
said
better.
the net, right? Hit one in the back of the net.
So football.
Is
That
that
would
not
that would be a
Soccer?
basketball thing.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Never mind.
You're a Clippers fan.
You went
what do
with
know?
you went with wrestling and then said back of the
get 'em.
net. Never mind. All right. Anyways, so I think we are not going to win, but I'm not going to say we're going to lose. We'll go with a 1-1 tie. I think our goal comes from Dos Santos,
Ooh.
Jonah.
Two people got Jonah getting off the mark.
All right.
I'll take it.
Tucker, the champion from
I sit here on
week
my
2.
throne. I love this with the Giovanni Dos Santos hat trick. So my
Is that what we should call it? That
we should if you hit the hat trick,
if you hit the
Gio
hat,
trick.
it's a Geo.
I love it.
You
I'm with
busted
that.
the Geo. Yeah.
He busted a Gio all over the place.
Yeah.
For her face, neck, and chest.
It's all cosmic.
Baby. I think we're gonna lose 2-1, and I'll give the one goal to Pontius. I think Minnesota is, as Andrew says, it's not the same team from last year. In 2 games, they scored 6 goals already. They gave 2 goals up against Vancouver, which is not really a great team. So it does look like their defense can be got at. So I think
we couldn't score in Vancouver.
yeah, well, I think we can end up getting 1 out of this. But I don't think we have enough. Darwin Quintero has like 3 or 4 assists already. Where it's going to be really, really tough for this back line that's clearly still getting to know each other to think they're going to be able to lock down a strike force that's got 6 goals in 2 games. So 2-1. Let's see.
All right. I can't see the board because Gilbert's in the way.
Gilbert's
All right,
fat.
there you go. So after the call, we have some call-ups on the national team.
Mhm.
We got Leggett called into the U.S. national team, and you had Jonah called into the national team. So they will be gone. Well, we have a break next week, so
That's why we get an extra week.
we won't be missing them from the game. So we'll be all right.
Yeah.
But congrats to them. Vela wasn't called up, so
Was it? Oh, that's beautiful.
suck a dick, Vela. Woo!
Was Gio called up?
Yes, he was.
Oh,
Fuck
wow.
off. Was he really?
No,
Oh.
dude.
I can't believe it.
Hey man, I can't believe he's been getting called up for all these since he left Barcelona. He's been terrible.
And so before we move on, we do have a call from Call of Famer Fredo.
Never
we
ready.
do. But
Genuinely, 100% of the time he's never ready.
One day.
to be fair, he just texted me like, "Hey, do we want to play the call?" It's like, yes.
Well, if he's asking you, presumably he's ready.
Yo, this is Fredo. Yeah, I'm worried about this game. We ain't scoring, are we? I put Joe Benny on my fantasy team, so you can count on him being rusty again.
Yeah.
My only hope is that Polenta settles down and doesn't gift the Loons a goal. What I will guarantee is that the pregame is going to be awesome. Go Galaxy!
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, as the kids say, it's gonna be lit.
That sounded prepared. I think he.
Oh, he writes it down.
Fredo-
I
Fredo
was
writes it
going
down.
to say, I think he wrote that one down.
Yeah, Fredo types it out.
It's cool.
Fredo's been calling since like
I mean, like way
as soon as we
earlier.
moved here. As
Way
soon as we
early
moved to
on.
the city,
Yeah.
like 2 years. He's been calling since as early as you can call, and every single time it sounds pre-recorded.
When you had me do when Hugo had me do the FIFA write-ups, it legitimately took me like 30 to 45 minutes, and I actually really enjoyed doing it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Are you doing it today?
No, I
Be
didn't.
the
do it.
official.
There was somebody.
write-ups.
There was somebody else that has to do it.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, and then Hugo's going to do the next one because he was tired of my bias. Even though I put him in the fucking top 6, I said you were there.
I like how Hugo talked shit one time, and then she's like, "I'm just talking shit on this dude every week now."
You gotta just know
It's
how to
not
direct
one
it.
time. Come on. Come on.
Oh, I don't know. Whoever was supposed to type that shit up, they didn't do it.
Before we get too far away from Fredo, in the comment section, he's saying that Efra's not scoring anytime soon.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, that kid gets mad, Poon. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
man.
Slays puss like you read about.
That very well. I feel like on 75% of MLS goalkeepers, that would have been a goal.
Yeah.
That the one that from last week. So I think he can score.
He's saying
I
he's
think
not period. He's not scoring. I think Efra scores by game 8.
Let's just call it all. Like, let's just wait till Game 6. If everything, that's our measuring stick for everything.
6 weeks.
We're on
6
3.
weeks.
Efra's going to score by week 6.
We got to play a shitty team by then, right?
I'll look it up.
Well,
Efra's going to score by week 6.
Week 7, we're not playing the week after next week.
Well, Game 6, we said.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You said week 6.
Whatever, Dick.
Look, you can't be coming up here correcting people
Immediately they're
and
gonna
then
attack
and then not have us make fun of you
I'm like,
when you're fucking up.
I was
Come on
like
now.
the nice one to him today, and
I
like,
know,
all right,
right?
you know what?
I know.
All right.
Jeez.
All right, cool.
And like the smallest of things too. Week 6, Game 6. Come on, fuck off.
All right,
Let's
so
go.
We got Minnesota, then we got Portland for 4.
Portland's not good.
Vancouver for 5.
Vancouver's not good.
Philadelphia for 6.
Oh, Philadelphia for sure ain't good.
Houston for 7. So by 7.
Houston's okay.
By 7. And then we got Minnesota again at week 8. So, or by game 8, Gilbert.
He may have 10 goals.
So,
hey, he can have a hattie by Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Efrain gets a hat trick.
Philadelphia
before
is
It's gonna be
terrible.
Man, that's a very nice
Isn't that
stretch
beautiful?
of games for us.
I mean, you know what? I'm
I
going to be at
mean-
that Philadelphia game too, I think. That's a home game, isn't it?
beautiful. Philly's a home game.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be at that. Oh, that's when he's going to score a hat trick.
4-13.
I'm kind of surprised I haven't heard a San Jose or LAFC fan say that the league was giving us a soft schedule at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Well, fuck them. Even if they did, we'll take it.
Well, San Jose is too busy losing every game, so that's okay.
Oh man,
They're
somebody
terrible.
on Twitter said that they may be historically bad, and like I had to change my pants.
I watched the Minnesota. I accidentally did prep work for the show by watching the Minnesota San Jose game. It's the second game of the season, and they're at half capacity. It's crazy. Like, how is that team still just contract them all over again?
And
Well,
I've
it's the
been
Lego
seeing people
pieces.
report on the team like Almeida just like is forcing all
Hates it there.
these people to do things that they can't do.
Well, he doesn't want to be there.
He's trying to force a system down these players' throats who are all garbage and can't do it. Yeah.
And getting really
Cam,
frustrated.
I'm so
I
excited.
just hope we go this whole season and Wanda doesn't score and break the record.
Who was it that was gonna reach out to Almeida? Was it Puma? Someone was.
No, it was it was a team in
it was
Mexico.
some Mexican team.
Monterrey, it was some team.
I
yeah.
really hope he goes there.
Yeah,
That'd be amazing.
All right, moving on. We do have some rumors that have been popping up lately for the Galaxy. And this one's been persistent for a while. Is the Gonzalez rumor?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his first name already.
Giancarlo.
Yeah. Giancarlo Gonzalez seems to be picking up a lot of steam. What do you guys think? I mean, this has been talked about for months now. Now that we got some extra kashish from that Ola Kamara.
Yeah. I mean, I already put him in my lineup 11 pictures. I just don't even bother. Matter time.
Confirmed. That's,
Well, I think it's a little.
Riot Squad cast confirmed right there. It's
No, I think it's a little. There must be something that's holding it up, because I heard from one of my people a while ago that like pretty much the day Ola Kamara went out, it was like, all right, this is the guy who's coming back in. Like, we have to clear some room. This is the person who's coming in. Now,
is it priority shifts because of down a striker, down a winger?
no, I think you have to. I mean, at least from some of the reports that I've read that are out, like there might be an issue with the allocation spot. So we'll figure out how we can acquire.
Oh, does someone else have a claim
because
on
he
him?
used to play in MLS.
Oh yeah, Columbus.
So we're gonna have to, if he's coming back into the league.
When did he play in Columbus?
For a
1
year.
year, yeah.
Yeah.
So
for
if
a
he
year.
comes back, we got to figure out a way to get the allocation spot for him. So
How long ago?
I think 2014,
2014,
something like that. Yeah.
And then he got flipped out to Palermo.
Yeah, what happened was since they got a transfer fee for him, he's subject to MLS allocation order.
So we can't
which
just
Columbus has a top spot.
So we can't just go back and get him, which would explain why the connection between him and Schelotto, because he was big Columbus guy. So
I love MLS.
I guess MLS is the best league. I get in arguments with people where they're like, "Oh, Real Madrid's amazing." I'm like, I want to see Real Madrid come over and figure out allocation money.
Yeah.
Win.
I want to see Real Madrid work on TAM and
Yes.
Jam.
Win the UCL when
Money
you have to
is
lose.
such a crutch.
When you have to lose, win the Champions League when you have to lose a player in an expansion draft. Like that's when I'll be, or when the league says, no, you can't sign that person. You got to sign this other person because the fake money we gave you works over here but doesn't work over here.
Yeah, I want to see Barcelona coax a deal, but when they have to send 3 draft picks and like an allocation order list and an international spot to get like one player,
just to keep a youth player that they developed in the first place.
Yeah.
But it's like, he went to college for 3 weeks in this other place, so technically they own him. MLS is the most fun. I wish they would just release all the rules, because it would be like playing Dungeons and Dragons, trying to go over and figuring out
Oh,
like,
way more complicated Dungeons and Dragons.
infinitely.
Yeah. Way
It's like
more
some
complicated.
it's like some level 10 Dungeons and Dragons shit where you're just like Matt Doyle is your dungeon master.
There are like
George, that's your picture.
There are tabletop board games that are like crazy complicated.
Settlers of Catan.
More complicated than that.
I've never played that.
That's actually not all that complicated.
Really?
Isn't it like you just like
You're like a farmer.
you get like
You're trying to build stuff.
Yeah,
and,
you get like
know,
wood and shit.
gather.
Dude, I want to play Dungeons and Dragons, but no one wants to play with me.
Jonas plays Dungeons and Dragons.
I've never done before.
Let's play
fun.
let's play Warhammer. Or
What's
Warhammer
Warhammer?
40K.
Fucking, I'm fucking down with that.
What is that?
Oh man,
We're gonna
I
get
feel like
into
we're
it.
getting into the age that we should be doing this,
Yeah.
not when we were like 18 and had no money.
Had $0
Yeah,
and
we're
would just go to
trying to-
like this
yeah.
place called Games Workshop and look at figurines and then go back home because we were poor. These are the stories we're gonna.
There's a store in Long Beach that's like a shop called Warhammer. It's like a game shop.
Yeah,
We got to do.
it's called Games Workshop. Is it in Long Beach? There's a
There's
Games Workshop in Long Beach?
it's called Warhammer.
Yeah, it's called Warhammer.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
called
Yeah,
Warhammer.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about it. Okay, never mind. Yeah, Games Workshop is the company that owns Warhammer. Anyways,
What would your
yeah.
just a quick feeling now? We'll get back on topic. What would your feeling be about doing a Patreon show where me and you sit down and just talk about growing up in the Valley?
Yeah, I'd be done to do
Just-
that.
I mean,
we'll do
this-
one
this-
episode.
People,
with
this might
it.
people
happen-
have
this might
asked
happen
me,
tonight.
like, several people have asked me, like, when are you guys gonna tell
Stories.
tell the Seattle story on the Squadcast?
Which one? Give a piece. Which part haven't we done from Seattle?
Well,
that's
I don't
gotta- that's
know.
gotta-
We-
that's gotta go
I've
for
never
another
been
one.
in here
Look,
when we've talked about.
We're
talk
at
about
we're
that.
at hour 20. That's gotta
We're
wait for
getting
another
close.
time.
Okay.
That's gotta wait for another time.
It's got to be
apologize.
its own little
Yeah.
thing.
Any other striker like rumors? Like, I mean, I know that
There was the Rossi one, but that seems to be dead.
that seems dead. Everyone still wants Benedetto. It's not happening.
But you want him.
We don't have the money.
Listen here,
We got a
I can,
lot of
I
money.
can believe that we can give him a TAM deal and give him a deep the Zlatan contract.
Oh, I'm sorry. So in the chat, they're listing off people of what they'll be as a like an MLS D&D.
Oh, I love it.
Andrew Reeve would be an elf. Matt Doyle would be a dwarf. Kevin Baxter would be a troll. Fucking love it.
Perfect. George, if you could draw all
LA,
of those.
LA Galactico.
You're the best.
You're the best right now.
What would Josh would got to be like a mage.
He's like a weak ass paladin. Like he's still like
He's still a paladin.
He's still a
but
paladin.
just bony.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying.
Yeah,
to,
we're getting
he's-
real nerdy
He's
right
trying to
now.
like lift up a broadsword, but he can't quite do it.
Because he doesn't have enough experience points to do a double-handed wielded like sword.
A paladin plays with sword and shield.
Whatever, Gilbert.
What is
Fucking
Gilbert?
nerd.
What's Gilbert?
Whew.
Do Gilbert next.
He's some sort of goblin.
Fuck you.
Wizard boner.
Oh my god, that was loud.
or Gilbert would be some sort of Skaven, which is the rat people.
Yeah, I remember the Skavens.
Oh man, yeah. I could see that.
I can't be that. I'm afraid of him.
Bro, we should play fucking Warhammer.
I'm down.
I don't know what it is, but I'm down
I'm
to
still
do it. All right.
quite loyal
We
to
gotta
Corn.
move on. All right, let's get into the lightning round real quick, and let's make this lightning round.
Andrew, do it for me.
Gotcha. All right, Ben. Do you have some lightning round questions for us, Ben?
First lightning round, Louis Orozco, he's pissed at me for not playing his call last week, so he can suck it.
Start fucking playing phone
So,
calls.
I
That's your
just wanna-
job.
Hey, you play
you know
Fredos.
what? I played Fredos. If it's
Listen,
a good,
that's one of your UPS brothers.
Yeah, dude.
Hey,
You're over here talking shit.
if, it-
and I
if
don't
it's
think
a,
you
if
realize
it's a good phone call, I'll play
what
it.
can Brown do for you.
I was gonna be like Brown rolls together, but I don't think that was that's the phrase.
The Brown
So-
Shorts Gang.
Jesse Werner on Twitter wants to know.
Jesse Vanner.
Jerome Kiesewetter is currently a free agent. Could we? He wouldn't take up an international spot. Could we use him for depth behind Zlatan?
26-year-old was playing with Fortuna Dusseldorf and then got sent down to their second team. Hasn't played this year at all for any team.
Dude, I can't even find a team yet. Any team that he signed with this year.
That is not a name I have ever heard of.
He's played on the Nets.
Yeah, he's got two caps.
got-
I may have heard it, but I have no recollection of that name. So
It's kind of capped.
go ahead and say no. What's up with the U.S. U.S. men's national team allocation? Does that still
That's still a
exist now,
thing.
MLS?
Yeah.
But all those players coming back now are all designated players. Like that became
makes sense.
that's pretty much
Well,
what it turned into.
Except for Gideon Zalalem, who went to Kansas City and
Yes,
making like nothing.
I saw that, and I'm super pissed. Why couldn't we fucking get him?
Another midfielder?
Well, we need
Well,
wingers.
he's a winger.
He's a winger.
And he right wing, right?
I think so.
That would have been nice then.
Or center tech. I don't know. He was playing in like
I'm pretty sure
he was playing in like
he played at Rangers.
German fifth of.
I mean, whatever. I mean,
That was a face.
but it's a,
What sound
but
was
it's,
that?
but it's a name you've heard of.
No, yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah.
Scottish football's garbage. Sorry, Colin, but Scottish football's garbage.
I
I
mean-
get that, but
I don't know. He's not. He hasn't shown and done anything. He's still young, 26. I mean, coming to MLS after playing in Germany. Not that much.
That's not
but
young anymore. 26.
I know. It's like
I say that as a 31-year-old.
I know.
26 is
trying
not
not to
young
think
anymore.
about
I know. I call him this dude. Gilbert's calling like Zubak and Efra like, oh, these kids. Like, dude, you're 2 years old. And, like,
I am only 3 years old.
Like, relax.
Efren Alvarez.
I would see how he is. I mean, if he doesn't take an international spot, plays for like 200,000. I mean, it's not. But you pay more than that. Like, nah, we're good.
He's played in one club friendly in 2019.
For who?
Presumably Fortuna Dusseldorf.
Because I have Wikipedia has him listed. He hasn't played since 2018.
Yeah.
So I mean,
check transfer market.
That's
they're better.
If it's on, we don't have to pay a transfer fee. If he comes and plays for like $200,000, I wouldn't mind it. But it's not happening. I don't think that's a guy that's not even on GBS's and DTK's radar. So I don't think that's happening.
I think you're doubting DTK's radar a little bit. I bet you DTK's radar is pretty impressive.
I bet it's huge.
I really want to see his radar.
I mean, I bet it's like
throbbing.
I bet it's mesmerizing how huge his radar is.
You just want to stare into that one eye of
the radar.
Yeah, the radar. Gigantic.
Yeah. That radar is worldwide.
Yeah.
I think the G's are really out there looking for a forward, which makes me a little worried about the Zlatan situation.
It's going to be a while.
No, we would have needed a
we needed somebody anyway.
Because like we've said earlier, you and me agreed, Pontius is less of a forward than he is a winger. I don't ever think that maybe they did, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I don't ever think when I put in the depth chart, I really had Pontius at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I really had Pontius behind a few people. But now that we've gotten rid of all those people, yeah.
Well,
now we've gotten rid of like all of our forwards. It's like you have to.
Yeah. Well, he's got to do something.
All right.
We got to do something.
Yeah. Moving on.
All right, so we did get a couple of emails. Joe Espinoza sent us, what's more important, a center back or a striker?
I think right now a striker. I think if we do the whole like 2009 where we just score more goals than the other team,
it would have to be a striker just based on the lack of
goals.
People, yeah. Well, just the lack of people that we have at the position. Even though I think if Zlatan's healthy, our center backs we need quality in our center backs more than we did in striker.
I think our center backs can handle it.
Yeah.
I think if you keep it to like a goal a game, I think we'd be okay. But we've said Polenta just needs time.
Yeah, and for depth, it's that answers the question. It's striker. If you're taking out Steris, Romney's coming in. If you're taking out Polenta, Romney can come in, or Didi Traore can come in, like capable people. Without Zlatan, it's Pontius, and then it drops off.
Okay, worst case scenario, we have a bad league season, but somehow win the Open Cup. Is that a successful year?
I think we talked about this in our preseason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's successful. Successful. Yeah, thank you, baby. I would say it's a disappointing season, and we won a cup. Like that's where it would be.
I was with you. I didn't see us winning MLS Cup this year with our current squad at the beginning of the season. So if we win a U.S. Open Cup and we make a playoff run, I think that's a successful season.
Title's decent. Add something in a trophy case, and you can look at it as progress as a whole. But for being a Galaxy fan, it doesn't count as a good year.
And the next season we'd be in Champions League, so it'd be step up.
That's always progress. Although,
and you get more cashish from that. You
get the dollar bills.
Get the dollars, more Tams.
Tams all day.
And then we did get another question from Oscar Gonzalez, and he wants to know who do you blame for the lack of depth on this team, the current FO or the previous FO?
Well, they're both the same.
Gio.
Pete Vagenas.
I blame Gio. It took so long to get rid of that guy that we didn't really have. We didn't really have the resources.
Then you blame Chris Klein.
Well, I mean, at this point, I think that goes without saying, but it's that Gio contract.
Gio was always Gio. Chris Klein's the one who's like, hey, we're going to bring in Gio.
Well, yeah, I mean,
hey, Bruce, we're going to bring in Gio. Bruce is like, nah, I don't want him. We're bringing in Gio.
Anyway. Yeah, it's going to work.
Hey, Bruce, we're going to bring in Gerard. I don't want Gerard. We're going to bring him in anyways.
Yeah.
Like, it just comes back to Chris Klein.
But who says no to Steven Gerrard, right? It's crazy, right? That's pretty crazy.
Liverpool said no to him for sure. Yeah. Liverpool's like, nah, we're good, dude.
It looks like Rangers probably should say no to him, but yeah, I don't know. I still, it's how long it took to deal with that contract situation put us in a spot where, we haven't built out the way that we otherwise would, and now that we're moving some pieces around, eventually it's going to be GBS's team in the way that he wants, and then squad depth issues become more his problem. So, if you're of the options, the old administration.
Yeah, blame. And when in doubt, just blame Chris Klein, because that's the root of.
It's more fun,
more problems. Yeah, and just boo him whenever you see him, because apparently that's the new normal.
So if you do have a lightning round question for us next week, you can email us at show@RiotSquadcast or tweet at RiotSquadcast. The day of the show, we usually put out a tweet looking for questions.
And then Ben never reads them. So
Ben just read
keep bringing
the
questions.
I've been reading them. It's okay.
I read the good ones.
Oh, okay. God, you really don't want people to email the show, right?
Who are you, Frank DeBoer, going after your own fans?
They've been pampered. They've had it easy. What did you call them?
Exactly. Squadcast fans, you guys have been pampered, man.
No, what did he say that the fans,
He said they were spoiled.
They're spoiled.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why would you ever say that?
But he's not wrong. This is what I don't hate
He's
about
definitely
it.
not
He's
wrong.
not
He's definitely
wrong
not
at
wrong.
all.
He claimed it was a translation issue that spoiled.
But here's the thing: is Atlanta fans.
Translation issue
Atlanta fans
describe them perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, they're spoiled.
Yeah.
They've had 2 seasons in the league where they've been good both seasons, and they won a cup in one of those seasons.
Spending money like no one's ever spent money on this league before. They're spoiled for sure.
All right. Anything else for the boys? I think we're going to wrap it up here soon.
I did have a list that I wanted to run down really quick. I got asked on Twitter this week about the Galaxy people that I follow. So if you're looking to expand your Twitter base or kind of the people you're into, at IE Galacticos, at LA818, they do the viewing parties in the Valley, in the 818 area. At LA Galaxy TVS, that's for Temecula Valley. Obviously follow at Riot Squad, at Riot Squadcast FIFA, at LA is Our House, at Mike Gray AFC, at LA Galaxy Fan Talk, at LA Galaxy Talk, LA Galaxy Trump. I don't know if you follow that guy. He does MLS and Galaxy related news in a Trump spin. At LA Galaxy Rumors, at LA Galaxy Fan Talk, at LA Galaxy Confidential, at Galaxy History, at NAG News. They do another Galaxy podcast that you should definitely check out, at LA Galaxy Talk, at LA Galaxy News, and at Straight for the Stands 96.
Did you get Galaxy History in there?
I did get Galaxy.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't paying attention either.
And at Corner of the Galaxy, of course, because if you found us, absolutely certain. At Josh Gessman, of course. If you've heard of us, you've almost certainly heard of him.
Absolutely.
So, just wanted to sprinkle
your
that in.
your
Share
wealth,
the love.
Your wealth of Galaxy fandom and stories and podcasts are out there, and we really appreciate everyone because we're all showing love, man.
Yeah. And if I
one
forgot
love,
if I forgot your Galaxy centric account, I apologize. Get in touch and we'll retweet you or something.
Yeah, probably. We have a lot of times on our hands.
I have none.
I see your ass on fucking Discord all day, though.
That's what I'm thinking.
So I told you. That's why I sent you a private message, like, dude.
That's while I'm meditating.
Put it on mute, man.
Yeah, I know. Mute the Discord. Do your fucking homework.
Champions League was going on. What do you want from me? I'm doing my best here.
All right, dude.
I know.
Work in progress.
I thought he was going to call you daddy, Ed, after you told him to turn off the Discord and do your homework.
That's sexy.
Then I ignored him.
All right, if I was like his dad, I just wouldn't talk to him at all.
Like my dad.
I love you, Chris.
I love you.
Something your dad hasn't said to you anyways either.
Oh, that's coming from you.
Hey,
we have no FIFA update.
Yeah,
we didn't get
no
written,
FIFA
so
well,
the next block of weeks are open.
You could read the.
Yeah, go to the website.
Your boy Gilbert's finally getting wins.
You read the spreadsheet. Just say who the top 3 teams in each.
Oh shit! I didn't,
Andrew, can they still not find you on Twitter?
No, you can't find me.
At Samoa Bob on Twitter.
I don't exist online. I don't have an online presence.
Yeah, Gilbert, where can they find you on the Instagrams and all that stuff? I think you need to turn on your mic. Nope. Oh, you muted your mic already. What a dick.
You can find Gilbert on Twitter somewhere.
Speak Up Gilbert on Twitter. You can find him there.
What an asshole, Ben.
Ben, you're such a dick.
Yeah, what a dick.
Ben, where can they find you on the
You can find me on Twitter at DT Radio Ben. You can email the show at Riot Squadcast.
Hey, Ben, I thought it was funny.
Chris, where can they find you on the internets, man?
At ZeroCool138 on Twitter and Instagram and Untapped and all that good stuff.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at EdTheZombie13. You can find the show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search Riot Squadcast. Please like and share all of our stuff. That's really appreciated. You guys can give us a call, leave us a voicemail, or call in our live shows. That's 562-641-5277. You can email the show at show@riotsquadcast.com. Please go visit our website, riotsquadcast.com. We have a T-shirt up there, $25, free shipping. If you're a Patreon subscriber, that's patreon.com/RiotSquadcast. You actually get a 15% off discount on our shirts.
Boom.
So go sign up for that too.
And you're going to get this sweet Valley Chronicles
and we
story.
had our very first mini episode last week, so you can listen to that on there if you're a subscriber. And if you're a subscriber, check your spam emails, because I think a lot of them are going, like your notifications are going to the spam, so check that out. And on that note, we will talk to you guys next week. Oh, I'll be at the game on Saturday.
Boom.
Come say hi. I'll have stickers. Come meet me, 138. I'll be there. Buy me a beer. How about that?
Nice.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
I beat Decline, bitches.
Fuck you, Brian. Suck a dick, bitch.